Hi, Eric Doc Wright here, military veteran, serial founder, and business philosopher, linguist, and best-selling author. One of the questions I get quite often from civilian project managers and military veterans alike is, hey, Eric, what's the deal with, PMP and ACP and certified Scrum Master or certified project director or, professional Scrum Master? What are all the credentials for? So what I'm going to do in this quick video is I'm going to answer that for you. And I'm going to do that by drawing you a picture. Okay. And this is a picture I draw for, quick chats with execs or whatever. So basically the hiring conversation used to be, hey, are you a project manager? And your answer would be, of course I am. And they'd say, cool, what's your PMP number? Let's say. And that's just proof that, you have a project management credential. The gold standard in North America happens to currently be the PMP. Things change. But as of right now, that's kind of the one you see either required or preferred in most job descriptions. But that answer is being overcome by events, COVID, labor shortage crisis, like lots of things are going on. The new normal is probably here to stay, and it's crazy, chaotic, and ripe with change. So the hiring conversation now is, hey, are you a PM? Why, yes, I am. What credential do you have? Or what experience sets do you have? Do you have Agile as a predictive? So here's basically how it goes. So there is what we traditionally think of as project management, which is plan-driven or predictive. The requirements are pretty clear, the risk is pretty low, the scope is pretty clear, so we can plan a lot of what we're going to do up front. We can gather and organize resources around that. We can gather and train the team. We can gather and influence the stakeholders. So that is what we call predictive, or small p, predictive. Plan-driven, traditional project management. People historically associate, hey, are you project manager, right? Bang, yes, I am. That's PMP, Project Management Institute's project management professional. You don't turn the project management wrenches. The CAPMs do that, the Certified Associates in Project Management. For my military folks, the enlisted 1 through 5 ranks. Okay. For my military, the SMEs, the 01 through 03 ranks. Okay. All right. So the PM, the project management professional, then is the one that manages the project management wrench turners. Okay. Now, if what we're doing, on the other hand, though, is not, the scope is not clearly defined, and or risk are super high, and or the team and or the project manager knows how to speak Agile, we can plan and deliver the project agilely, small a. And Agile really is nothing more than a change-driven project management planning and delivery methodology. Now, there's lots of different definitions about Agile, and there's over 3 dozen flavors and whatever, but theoretically and universally and at a high level, if we plan a little bit, we do it a little bit, we show it to the customer and get feedback so they can incorporate their changes, and then we plan a little bit more, we are still planning to deliver whatever it is we're building. But we're doing it in increments. We're adding value incrementally. That is an agile or adaptive project management style. So in this instance, a way to codify that project management experience is with your PMI, your Project Management Institute Agile Certified Practitioner. Okay, Agile Certified Practitioner. This credential really teaches you the language of Agile. So for example, just a couple examples real quick. For example, if I am planning and delivering the project in an Agile fashion, I am no longer the project manager. I am the coach. And I share my traditional project management duties now with the product owner. The product owner owns decisions and resources around what we're doing. I coach the team and the stakeholders. That traditional product owner would be a sponsor in predictive dialectic project management. How about a team member? In the predictive environment, a team member is just that, a project team member. In an agile project, they are development team members. In agile, your stakeholders are customers or users, whereas they're stakeholders in traditional project management speak. Okay, so each of these planning and delivery methods has its own dialect of project management, if you will. The certification really is, it's what I call provable fluency. So I have experience doing it. This is experience, okay? And I have a credential proving that I'm fluent in that language, okay? So the PMP is a good one for predictive. The ACP is a good one for agile. And then we have a third kind. If I glue predictive and agile together to some degree of each, I end up with what we call hybrid project management. So let's say I create a WBS, I scope out what we're doing on the project in terms of a work breakdown structure, predictive, and then we swarm those deliverables, agile term for work on one thing at a time and make sure it delivers value. And we set the whole project up, infrastructure up like that, right? Deliver value early and often. That's one of the agile principles. So you can adopt these agile values, 4 values, 12 principles, et cetera, into the way you manage any project, regardless of how you plan and deliver the project. Okay, so now that's hybrid. One of the most popular flavors of agile today is Scrum, okay? According to one study, it was Canva or somebody, or maybe it was Jira or something, one of the project management software companies did a study, and they found that over 66% of companies doing agile project management today are doing some form of Scrum agile project management. So, and the dialect changes again, right? So again, that provable fluency concept, the dialect changes again. If I'm doing an agilely planned and delivered project, I'm a coach. If I'm delivering it via a Scrum framework, I am a Scrum master, okay? Instead of a development team agile, it's a Scrum team, Scrum agile. Okay, anyway, so I go down another dialect rabbit hole, but my point is that's why all the different credentials. That's the question we set out to answer at the start of this video. Why all the different credentials? So PMP says, hey, I can do and speak predictive project management. ACP says, hey, I can do and speak any form of agile project management. And Scrum, the professional Scrum master, says that you can speak a particular dialect of agile, the ACP, which is PSM. So for example, in my role, both as an exec commissioning projects and as a project manager and as a project management educator and trainer, I hold all three. And my company does projects in all three methods. As our DoD SkillBridge residents come through our programs, we put them on predictive, on agile, and on hybrid projects. So they get experience in all three. They see a WBS, which is the scope represented physically, graphically, but it's a product backlog in agile, right? So they get to see these different things in action and see what the terms represent. And then we also train them and credential them in these three dialects, okay? All right, so thanks for hanging out with me. I hope I answered your question. Hey, Eric, why so many project management certifications around today? We only talked about 3, gang. There's 36 plus. But what I wanted to show you is in my mind and from my perspective as both a project manager and as a hiring manager and as a developer of future generations of project managers, in my mind, it's all about provable fluency. Hey, can you do project management? Yes, I can. I can do any kind of project you want me to do. What does that mean? I can do agile, I can do predictive, or I can do hybrid. Well, how do I know? Because I've got a couple credentials representing that I know how to do each, because some independent third party has certified me. Okay. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Have a great rest of your day or evening, and we'll see you around. Cheers.